If I'm going to be competitive, I'm going to be competitive with myself, not my brothers and my sisters. I'm going to challenge myself in competition. I challenge my brothers and sisters to walk righteous. I challenge myself to walk and stay righteous. But I'm not going to compete with nobody because there's no competition in belief. All right, John 15. Let's start at verse 1. Yahushua says, I am the true vine, and my Father is the husbandman. Every branch in me that beareth not fruit, he taketh away. And every branch that beareth fruit, he purgeth it, that it may bring forth more fruit. Now ye are clean through the word which I have spoken unto you. I want to stop right there real quick. Ye are clean through the word, not water. Being baptized in Yahushua is having that word preached to you. There's no competition right there. You want to be saved? Believe on Yahushua and follow his doctrine. Verse 4, abide in me and I in you. As the branch cannot bear fruit of itself, except it abide in the vine, no more can ye, except ye abide in me. I am the vine, ye are the branches. He that abide in me, and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit. For without me ye can do nothing. Do y'all understand what he just said right there? He is the vine, we are the branches. Where does the fruit end up growing at? The fruits grow on the branches. We are his workmanship. We bear fruit. We believe in him and we receive from him. Verse 6, if a man abide not in me, he is cast forth as a branch and is withered, and men gather them and cast them into the fire, and they are burned. What Rob Robertson is doing over here at Wise Life is trying to help people by sharing the truth of the scriptures with them. By talking to them, like Yahushua would talk to Mary when Martha was trying to get Mary to help her, with the housely chores and stuff. Yahushua was like, and Martha was complaining to Yahushua. And Yahushua was like, I'm not going to tell her to go help you when I'm helping her right here with more important stuff. Spiritual stuff. This is not a competition. Verse 7, if ye abide in me and my words abide in you, ye shall ask what ye will, and it shall be done unto you. Herein is my Father honored, that ye bear much fruit, so shall ye be my disciples. As the Father hath loved me, so have I loved you. Continue ye in my love. If ye keep my commandments, ye shall abide in my love, even as I have kept my Father's commandments and abide in his love. These things have I spoken unto you, that my joy might remain in you, and that your joy might be full. This is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you. When we gather, that's us loving on each other. When we get on video chats, that's us loving on each other. When we do these videos, that's us loving on each other. When we put out websites, that's us loving on each other. We are providing fruit for a lost world. We are shining this light in this dark world. Yahushua wanted his disciples to stay unified. Do you think that changes for us? Verse 13, greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. 14, ye are my friends if ye do whatsoever I command you. When he said the least among you shall be the greatest servant, that was a commandment. He was telling us to remain humble with each other. Help each other. 15. Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his master doeth, but I have called you friends. For all things that I have heard of my Father, I have made known unto you. He has given us everything we need to be saved and everything we need to build rewards in the coming kingdom. He has empowered us to complete our purpose. He told us if we take his yoke upon us and learn of him, all right, that he would be. Let me go to that. Let me go to that. Thank you, Father. Matthew 11. I've put this in several different videos. Matthew chapter 11. All right, verse 28. It says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." When we come together, when we unify, that makes us strong. That because he is there in the midst. That's just another reason why we come together, why we gather. Learn about Yahushua. When we learn about Yahushua, we can get this all the way right. Progress. We want progress to be made. Back to John 15, and we're going to close it out. Back to John 15, and we're going to close it out. All right. Verse 16. It says, "Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you, and ordained you, that ye should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it you. These things I command you, that ye love one another." He done said that 3 times in this chapter. Love one another. That's what we supposed to be doing. And that's what we do every time we come together. Love one another. "If the world hates you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you." Sometimes I feel like some of the people that call on Yahuwah and Yahusha will hate me. I just be amazed. And I can't really say I know it for sure, because some of them don't fellowship with me, but just by some of their actions against me. And I'm speaking for myself. I've seen it with other brothers and sisters too. "If ye were of the world would love his own, but because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you." Verse 20. "Remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his master. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also." I'm trying to speak words that come from Mashiach and his apostles that people will continue to follow. If I do that through my website, if I do that through my videos, if I do that in person, just in conversation, then I feel like I'm doing my job. I'm in alignment with Scripture. I'm fulfilling my purpose, and my purpose is not to be in competition with others, what others are supposed to be doing. The Mashiach has allowed everything that has happened to me to happen for a reason, and I'm learning why these things have happened. I'm being introduced to more and more people who think like me and believe like me. If anybody got a problem with me, with what I say in my messages, that's not my problem. I'm just being obedient. I heard the other day that it was said this walk is an individual walk, and I agree with that. In a sense, this is an individual walk. But this walk is a collective walk as well. This walk is collective. When the scriptures say iron sharpen iron, that makes it collective. When the scriptures say esteem others more than yourself, that makes it collective. And that ain't just talking about the homeless and the poor. The scriptures mention many times for us to hold our brothers up, help our brothers, bear our brothers' burdens. And that's even in some of the old covenant. All the new covenant does is re-emphasize the righteousness of the old covenant. That's all the new covenant is doing. This walk is collective because we have strength in numbers. Yes, David encouraged himself. But then Esther encouraged her whole nation. They did that against Haman together. So individual, yes, but collective, yes. And I know that Yahushua, he walked alone some, but he was with his disciples and with a whole bunch of other people. He was with sinners often. But there is a time that we should have alone. But there's no competitiveness. There's no competition whether we are alone or whether we're together as a group, unified. There's no competition there. There's no competition in belief at whatever level it may be. Shaul, Apostle Paul, wrote it in all his epistles about coming together, about assembling, about fellowshipping. And he was naming people by name. And it was never a competition with him. He called people out that fell away. He called people out that were in the wrong. Heck, he called out Peter, like I mentioned earlier. It's one of those things where if you don't see it, there may be something wrong with your sight. What the scriptures say, we walk by faith and not by sight. And so what I'm saying is maybe there's something wrong with your belief. There's no competition in belief. The sooner we as a body of believers understand that the Father loves us to be unified and loves us to be like-minded and on the same page, the more powerful he will show up in our lives. And to a degree, all the apostles encouraged coming together. All the apostles were speaking to a group of people. It's just interesting how competitive it seems like it's getting, even over here in the truth. I understand Christianity because they ain't got it all. It's crazy. There's no competition in belief. And hopefully in the future, we can, Yahuwah will allow us to come together more often. The gathering in Atlanta was beautiful. For those of y'all that was able to see what the Words of the Ruach put out, it was beautiful. We got to talk to some people we never seen before. Got to meet some people who was going through some stuff. Not gonna put no stories out there, but got to really meet some people and you know, see their heart. Anybody who ain't trying to get this all the way right, you building up a greater damnation for yourself. The Father will look through our faults. But if we trying to live in righteousness, being competitive and being and trying to you know, be in competition with brothers and sisters is just not right.
So tell me, who's that man hanging on your wall?
I don't know how that came on right there. That was Lau's new song, by the way. For some of y'all that might not have heard that. I don't think he's released it yet. Maybe he'll release it soon. But that's all I got, though. I want to encourage my brothers and sisters to continue to be strong in their belief. Just know that gathering is necessary. It's mandatory. When I say gathering, it's just like saying assembly. And so I didn't mean for this message to go that long, but it is what it is. And I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all listen to just a little bit of Lau's song, and then we'll get out of here. All right.
The scriptures teach us that there's only one man and only one name under heaven that was given to men by which we are saved. So your opinion doesn't really matter. His hair is white as wool, his skin the color brass. This is the true depiction in Revelation. If you care to listen to the truth and not the lies. So tell me, who's that man hanging on your wall? The one with blue eyes. If you really don't know, I suggest that you read just a little, or you can even ask Mr. Tracino. Now the truth is the truth, and it will never change. Doesn't really matter what you do, it will stay the same.
But anyway, there is only one Redeemer.
My Redeemer, my Redeemer, my Redeemer. His name is Yahushua HaMashiach. My Redeemer, my Redeemer.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and head to the house. I wanted to come be obedient. Abba Yahuwah gave me this through the Ruach, and I wanted to share it the same day I got it. So this is Robert Wise Life. May this help somebody. I hope that you all are doing well with all the chaos and with all the confusion going on in the earth right now. Keep your head up and be strong. Get through your issues. Take everything day by day. Don't allow worry and doubt to linger in your lives. Don't allow the personal struggles that you're going through, the emotional struggles that you may have, family-wise or whatever else, whether it be your spouse or whatever. Don't let that stuff discourage you from walking in Mashiach. All right? Guys, have a great evening. Shalom.